today drained me. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Tititaughtyou, and welcome back to my channel. By today's vlog, as you can tell by the title of the vlog, we're gonna be having conversations about, is courting dead? And what's been happening with women in dating. If you're curious on how I styled my hair, I can also link that down below. And if you're also curious on how I styled my makeup, I did it very natural. I can also link a vlog down below as well. Before we begin, I wanna make sure you guys smash that like button, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll also add my other social media platforms so you can add me there on Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat, also in Twitter. So I wanted to talk about this because I noticed right now, as you guys can already tell by social media and what's been happening, the big controversial case right now that these two celebrities have been facing with right now. If you know, you know. I noticed that when it comes to dating, right? I noticed that, I know I've said this before when it comes to my vlog on dating, like when it comes to men and accountability. I just think that when people address situations, they are not exactly focusing on what was wrong, they're focusing on the person's reaction. And just to throw this out there, manipulation is when a person finds fault to your reaction from their disrespect. In today's vlog, we also got from Trader Joe's another organic Earl Grey tea, but I also added garlic shells, and I also added sour sop to this too. So when it comes to men and courting, shout out to my Zoes. It was Haitian Flag Day this past weekend on the 18th. I decided to step out with my girls to a Haitian Flag Day event. And they're playing compa, they're playing the zouk. I'm telling you, I wanted to blow. I was ready, y'all, it was a vibe. But I noticed that the girls were dancing like we always do. We always grab another girlfriend to dance with, right? I've been doing that since I was in middle school, high school. However, the guys were there, but they were not posted up. They were pressed up beside us. And I'm scouting the scenery, scouting the venue. And I noticed just a couple of guys approached the lady and grabbed her hand. But majority of the guys that wanted to dance, they just pressed themselves up in front of another shorty for her to approach him. And I asked my girls about it. I was like, did y'all not notice that? Like when it comes to, they're not asking, but they'll post up in front of you waiting for you to approach them. It reminded me of the conversation that I had with my homegirls a while ago about how men feel like they're the prize, right? So my homegirls were like, yo, why are they standing up like that so mad close, post up in front of you? Just ask us yourself, you know what I mean? Yo, courting is really it's not the same. Courting really is I wouldn't say dead, but it's dying. Yeah, I didn't like that. And there was a guy that actually took my hand, took my hand to dance. I danced with him. But the other guys, they'll look at you and give you this look like you gonna ask me. You know what I mean? Just ask her. And I feel like courting is dead, dying. Men feel like they are the prize. And I feel like guys have lost the art of courting. I feel like guys have been discouraged. I feel like guys feel like women want to switch gender roles so they shouldn't have to put in much effort anymore. I feel like guys also at that breaking point where they feel like they should be the one that's pursued. I feel like guys are out here not being raised by fathers that are teaching them how to be providers, and that they should be the one that's going to be receiving the providing. Does that make sense? I don't like that. This tea is nice and hot, y'all. Do I feel like there are good men out there in the world? Yes, absolutely. I really do feel like there are good men out there in the world. I feel like there are women out there that are not checking for them, but I also feel like that percentage is low. And I feel like it is higher for men that are older than me. I will have men court me and do all this jazz if they are in their 40s, 50s. You see what I'm saying? 60s, older. You see what I'm saying? I feel like they have good men that are older than me. The men that are around my age, they are good men. Again, I'm 32. I just feel like there's not a lot of them around that are around my age bracket. There are good men out there, just not enough in my age bracket, but there are a lot of good men out there that are older than me. that are outside my age bracket. See what I'm saying? So I was watching this video reel on Instagram, and it was a man. He was talking about the way the dating game has changed. And he said something similar to what I'm saying. He said, there are not enough fathers teaching their sons to be providers and caretakers towards women. That pool is shrinking. And I was like, yo, this makes a lot of sense, because a lot of guys that I have experienced or has pursued me or dated, I dated some good men. Don't make it seem like they're all bad. No. I just noticed that a lot of the guys that I have dated, when it comes to having serious conversations, uncomfortable conversations, sex conversations, they just disappear. They just ghost you and come back like nothing happened. I can admit that I've been ghosted before, but I feel, because I'm not taking statistics out here, but I strongly feel like there are a lot of men out here are avoidant attachment styles. So when it comes to their attachment styles, there's fearful avoidant, anxious avoidant, and dismissive avoidant. At the end of the day, they're all avoidant attachment styles, right? They would go through something, and instead of talking to you about it, they just disappear. And then they come out like nothing happened. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, yeah, I've been ghosted a handful of times, I'm not gonna lie to you. And it'd be over silly stuff, but at the same time, it's just like, you ghosted me for that? You decided not to talk to me because of this reason? You know what I mean? Like, it's super childish. Like, I remember one time, I won't say his name. I remember one time I was talking to this guy. He had feelings for me, and I knew him for years. We decided to have sex, and, you know, again, since I known him for years, I was comfortable with him, but I still wanted to see his my chart out of my safety. I don't care how long I've known you, I'm gonna see your my chart. He got insulted. He felt insulted by me asking about his my chart. Excuse me. And I'm thinking, we're adults. I showed him mine. For me, it was just like, this conversation shouldn't be anything like an issue. And I know that he recently got tested, you know what I mean? But I still wanted to see the results. It was just matter of fact for him to be like, oh, you think I'm dirty or something, you know, I was with my ex for this amount of time. It doesn't matter, because I know that during your breaks you were having with your girl, you tried to sleep with me. You know what I mean? So if you didn't sleep with me, then who else did you sleep with during your break? You get what I'm saying? So you shouldn't feel disrespected if I'm asking you for your my chart. You see what I'm saying? He showed it to me eventually, but I was already done with him at that time frame, because it was disrespectful and it was a turnoff. Like, we're adults. Everyone complains to be an adult until it's time to have adult conversations. You ever notice that? Like, oh, everybody childish, But now when it comes to having a conversation about my chart, you calling me dirty? Ghosted me for a week and came back around. I miss you. What? Like, are you okay? This tea feels so good. I love how like hot tea warms my chest. I just feel like when it comes to dating, in the courting aspect, men, they lost the art of courting. They lost the art of, I like her, let me pursue her. Let me reach out to her. Let me pick her up. Let me open her car door. Let me pull out her chair. Let me walk her to her door. You see what I'm saying? I feel that men have lost the art of courting, because they're at that point where they feel like, one, they just got it like that. So they're a little bit arrogant or cocky. Two, they feel like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Or I'm used to girls that don't like this kind of stuff. So when you do approach it, they feel like it's a little bit, in a way where you are being seen as or viewed as too much. You know what I mean? Oh, she's too much. Well, maybe you're not enough for me. Simple as that. That's how I see it as. Anyway, that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. The second thing I wanted to talk about is, like I had mentioned earlier, when it comes to the most controversial case right now happening in the US, I noticed that men and women, we view things very differently. We perceive things, we communicate differently, we love differently, etc., etc. So when it comes to our perception of certain words, I feel like we take it differently too. Let me give you an example. So I noticed that when it comes to the whole case happening right now, people are saying things like, well, maybe she she didn't want to leave? Or maybe how was she held captive? How was she held captive if she wasn't like, if she was able to leave whenever she wanted to? Like if she wanted to leave, she can go. How was she captive then? You know what I mean? Just statements like that. Or if it was so bad for you to be with this person, why did you even stay? Like, why didn't you leave? Well, you played your part too. I wanted to focus on the word captive. So when I think of the word captive, I'm thinking shackles and chains, incarcerated, prison, a dungeon, a soldier, guards, dark, lonely, a princess. Like that's what's going through my head, captive. I feel like guys, they see this as well as like shackled up. When they think of the word captive. So with that being said, it's not always a physical thing. It could be also is it a metaphor? You could say a metaphor. You know what I mean? Like it's not really physical. It's also like mental. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, and trigger warning, if you are a person experiencing or has gone through domestic violence or has gone through a man that was a narcissist, the reason why it's difficult for a woman to walk away is because it is a mental battle. You see what I'm saying? It is a mental battle, and it's also a mind game. So with that being said, I'm gonna take the word as captive as in mindset wise, like you were held captive because somebody else is controlling you, not just physically, but also mentally. When I hear men talking and speaking about things that are happening right now when it comes to women out here experiencing DV or has gone through an abusive relationship, physically, verbal, the whole 9 yards, I feel like they're not trying to give any grace. And it makes me sad because it's like, yo, you are a man. Who do we go to when it comes to problems, when it comes to us not being safe? If the person that is harming us is a man, and we have a man trying to tell us, well, you could have just left. If it was that bad, why'd you stay? Well, you stayed for the money. It's a whole factor of things, especially if you're with a man that has a lot of money and he takes care of you. And it's also like, we try to leave, they control your assets, they control your whereabouts, which is why I said the mentality of being captive, but also physical, because they're controlling everywhere you go. It just breaks my heart when I hear guys not trying to be like, wow, like, yeah, it's definitely a mind game. Oh, that's why she couldn't walk away. Wow, he beat you like this, whatever the case may be. And you couldn't just walk away because the person really had you feel like as if you're nothing without them. I don't hear guys talking like that unless they're emotionally mature and emotionally intelligent. That's a plus. But the other guys I've seen online, it's just like, rah, rah, it's her fault too. Da, 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 da. What about women accountability and this and that? And I'm like, it's not just about just walking away. You know what I mean? Like there's so many videos that you can see online with women dealing with DV, and you can walk away, but they still harm you, whether it's at your friend's house or your home or pulling up to your job. You know what I mean? It just makes me so sad hearing this, because it's like, you guys, you're not trying to give any grace about how women perceive things. I have friends that do not even like touching guns. Well, she should have bought a gun. That's on her. That's her being stupid. Like, are you okay? I literally had a conversation a couple of days ago with the guy. And I don't know if y'all seen this video. It's like another DV case that's floating around on Twitter. It's about this girl that was living with a guy, and he was love bombing her. He was treating her good, like buying her flowers, buying her gifts, and within 2 weeks, his true colors started to show. He was being controlling. And this is just from the video from Twitter, but allegedly this is what's been happening, okay? So don't quote me. So he got a little crazy 2 weeks after into the relationship. The girl cuts him off, and she moves on and starts dating somebody else. The Ring camera shows footage of this guy. He's like stomping his foot in, trying to break into her apartment. And her new man's, the guy she's seeing, comes and opens the door. He's cool, calm, and collected. He's just like, yo, bro, like, what is it? She doesn't want to see you. And if you continue stomping on the door, we're going to call the police. He lets it be known. So let's say this guy, the new guy she's seeing, doesn't exist. She's there by herself, right? She's there by herself, and he stomps the door in, and she then gets harmed by him, like he approaches her. Let's say she has no gun. She didn't have any gun, but I'm just saying she has no gun. She calls the police. What makes you think the police can magically appear as you're calling the police and this man full blown just came and attacks you? That's the part that guys are not understanding. You can literally leave and walk away from a man that's harming you. Be done with them. And they will come to your house. They will come to your home. They will come to your car. They'll wait for you in the parking garage. They'll probably break into your car and sit in the back seat. These incidents happen. And unfortunately, if you look at the numbers online when it comes to police reports, it's horrible. Either the person ends up dead, and that's when they start taking things seriously. You see what I'm saying? Or the woman actually finally calls the police and they come take him into custody. Like, it's really scary. Like, why is that death has to happen for you to take the situation seriously? The amount of reports of women have put in about men harming them, and they walk away like 21 months later, they get free. It doesn't make any sense. Like, but let her, same situation, let her have a gun and she shot him. It would lean towards her actually getting in trouble. Even though he's trespassing and she has a firearm, sometimes when it comes to black women out there, if you kill someone, they actually make you look like you're the bad guy. These numbers are real. You can look this up online too. So I say all of this to make you guys understand that when it comes to us trying to leave and walk away, the abuser will try to find a different way to harm you. Even if you try to walk away, it's not simply just walking away, because now they don't have physical possession of you, but they want to have a mind game with you, where they try to find where you are. You can't live without me. You can't leave me. You know you want me back. So now it's like, what do I do now if they find me where I live? Maybe I'm stuck in this forever. You see what I'm saying? So that plays into the captive thing, because you try to leave and they start talking to you crazy, and it's like, well, yeah, I guess I'm not safe, and He's always gonna find me. Where do I go? What can I do? No matter what you see what I'm saying? It's like no matter what you try to do to leave, they will always find a way. I've seen tweets. I have seen comments. Even on this particular situation, people were like, again, the guys, well, why did she move on so fast? No one's focusing on the ring light story. No one's focusing on how he's breaking into her building. Well, why did she give him her address? She was dating him. Well, why couldn't she just open the door? Are you guys okay? Like, and the only people that are saying these comments is men. And that's why I said when it comes to the accountability part with the manipulation, no one is addressing, and there's a few men that are doing this, ones that have emotional intelligence and awareness, how the person is stomping to try to break in her home to come see this girl. That doesn't bother you? Where are the men that are out there holding the guy accountable for trying to break into her home after she left him? You see what I'm saying? That part is where I'm really confused about, because you can literally say from that video, you can see yourself what is going on. And there's not enough men saying, why is he trying to break into her home for? Oh my God, I hope she's okay. I hope she calls the police. They're only focusing on, oh, well, why does she let him know where she lives? Why can't she just open the door? Why does he even know where she lives for? Why is she even leaving for? What did she do? Why does she move on so fast? Why does she have a new man? Why is the new man opening her door for? It's not his place. It's so weird. And those are the kind of men I am deathly frightened about. Like that, the comments were egregious. And that's why I'm just like, I'd rather just stay to myself. And I don't blame the woman out there. Like, did you know what I learned actually too? I want to say I learned this on the beginning spring. There was a video from homeowners that popped up on my news feed. It said 80 or 88% of women are now homeowners. Single women are homeowners. And a guy, of course, there was a guy in the comments that said, oh, it's because all the women are filing for divorce, LOL. I thought that was funny because they said, oh, 60% of women actually filing for divorce, but we know why, because they're not happy. But that's a different kind of conversation, excuse me. I wanted to focus on the 80 or 88% of women buying homes, single women are buying homes by themselves. And I'll tell you why. It's because women are out here. They are not enough men, like I said, that are really about creating a home with somebody and building a foundation with them to be homeowners and to be in a happy relationship. There are not enough men, which is why I have to agree with that video that I saw that I mentioned earlier in my vlog about the guy talking about there are not enough fathers out there raising their sons to be providers, raising their sons to be protectors. Because there should not be the X amount of guys who are ain't shit out there, excuse my language, outbalancing the good guys. There should be more good guys out here. You see what I'm saying? So women are now comfortable like, well, I'd rather just buy a home myself. And you know what? And I'm not saying there are not good men out there. I'm not saying that. I love my kings. I love my black kings. I love my men, period. My good men out there, okay? And there are men out there, good men out there buying homes. There are good men out there buying homes with their partner. There are also good men out there buying their apartments. I love that for you. Congratulations. We love you. We appreciate you. I'm talking about the men out there that are not trying to understand about mortgage. They're not trying to take a homeowner shop class. Workshop class, excuse me. First home buyers workshop class. These guys are staying at their girlfriend's places and they're not trying to level up. They're comfortable being at her place. They're comfortable being in her home. They don't have their own credit. They don't have their own car. They're using her car. They're sitting at her place. They're raiding her fridge. Like, that's the part that irritates me. I remember there was a guy that I dealt with. He was staying at his a foster aunt's place, but he would come to my place and stay with me, and I would cook for him and do that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying he can't cook for your man, but I'm saying that he was comfortable with me doing everything. And when I would complain about it, he would bitch. Like, he would complain, like, why am I the one bringing you to work all the time? You see what I'm saying? He had no car. What was I thinking? Oh my God. I'm getting flashbacks on this. Like, got comfortable. I'm telling you, this man was eating in my house. He didn't wash his dish. He left it on the table and walked away. He didn't push in his chair. I would push in his chair and I'll put his dish in the sink. I had a conversation with him letting him know, like, if we're dating, like, I would appreciate if you could wash your dish and push in your chair. That caused an argument. When it came to transportation, I can't always drop you off. He would expect me. He'd be like, oh, what time you come into my job? I'm sorry, did you ask for me to pick you up? He was expecting for me to pick him up every time he got out of work. You see what I'm saying? It's the expectations that he was expecting from me. And the funny thing about the whole thing is that he didn't want a relationship. So I told him, okay, I'm out. So if this was in the beginning, just to give you guys a little backstory, I wanted more and he didn't. So I said, bye. I left. He came back. He said we were dating. Cool, gave that a chance. But when I started noticing these things happening and I brought awareness to it, he didn't like it. But you didn't want an official relationship. You want to say we're dating, getting to know each other. We're not official yet. I'm telling you, I was stupid. I'll take that. I should have never entertained it when he came back around. I should have never did that. But it only lasted 3 months, y'all. 3. I'm good. So going back to the story, not the story, the point. When it comes to the 80 to 88% of women being comfortable buying their own homes is that, including me, because I want to buy a home too, I would rather be by myself, single, content, happy, than deal with a guy that is unsure of himself being with me, emotionally unavailable, not able to provide, protect, or profess for me, and refuses to court and feel like they are the prize. Women would rather be by themselves. And it's funny because if you look at statistics, let's throw numbers up right now. The percentage of women being single right now has increased. The number of births, procreation with women, decreased. The amount of men that are emotionally unavailable has increased. When it comes to men offing themselves, has increased. And if you look at numbers, regardless of it increasing, you don't hear a lot about cases of women offing themselves due to loneliness. We're not saying that this doesn't happen, but the number is like here compared to here. I forgot the percentage on that, but I'll look that up later if you want to know the numbers. But women, we're more comfortable being by ourselves and being alone. Women outlive men. We live longer than men. Women can be comfortable living with themselves till their old age, whether you're wealthy or not wealthy, being by yourself, single, compared to these guys out there who are rich and wealthy, who are able to provide for themselves, who are not wealthy, working a regular middle class job, and they're not comfortable being by themselves. Men harvest and manifest with feminine energy. Men need women. Men need sex. Me, I can go a year and be totally fine. You see what I'm saying? I have friends that have gone 10. I have friends that have gone 5. I'm telling you, it's nothing to us. Men out there really do need to, they don't like being lonely. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said it's a different number for guys compared to women. When it comes to us, we can be by ourselves and be totally fine with it. You see what I'm saying? There are women out there who are very well known and who are successful, and they are single and they're thriving. Yeah, they can have a boo here and there, whatever the case may be, but you don't hear a lot of cases of women offing themselves because they're lonely. You see what I'm saying? That's more common in men numbers. You see what I'm saying? Men get depressed. Men get lonely. Men feel like they need to have a partner. Oh, and another fun fact. Notice that when it comes to guy friends, if one friend has a girlfriend and the other guy friend has a girlfriend now, subconsciously in that group, guys start thinking, oh, well, if John has a girlfriend now and Chris has a girlfriend now, maybe I should get a girlfriend too. You guys operate subconsciously amongst each other when you guys are doing the same thing. No, so you guys can do the same thing. If you guys are all single, you guys are all going to be single. This is a scientific fact. Go look it up. If all your friends are single, you're gonna wanna move single. All the guys, all the boys are bachelors, trust me. But the moment John got a girlfriend and Chris got a girlfriend, your other boy, Terry, oh, well, I should get a girlfriend too. They don't understand how when it comes to feminine energy, that really does manifest amongst your friend group to want to get a girlfriend too. This is a real thing. I be telling people, like, that's why I be looking at guys like, y'all like to be around women. Women, we love the guys out there too, don't get me wrong. But women are comfortable being by themselves or hanging out with their girlfriends. We don't go, oh, my girl got a boyfriend, and my other girl got a boyfriend, I should get a boyfriend too. We don't move that way. We don't. We'll probably say, oh, well, you don't go out no more. You got a man now. Da, 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 da. And we're not saying that guys can't say that too, but eventually for them, when they see their friends in relationships, it puts a seed in their head that they should be in one too. You see what I'm saying? It affects men differently compared to women. Real thing. Anyway, I said so much in this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. Let me know what you guys think of your feedback. If you guys agree with me or disagree. Nonetheless, I hope you guys have an amazing week. Again, shout out to my Zoes. It is Haitian Heritage Month. Shout out to my people. If you had gone out this past weekend, I hope you had an amazing time. Stay safe. And if you plan to go out this week again too to celebrate, be mindful of your surroundings, be safe, and I'll see you guys next week in my next vlog. I love you guys. Bye.